Okay, have that.
Hello, and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Girlfriends, to represent the business section movies, TV, over recent news. News for this week. James Gunn reminds fans that the threequel, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, is possibly the last movie with the franchise.
Makes sense. Most of the Marvel stuff tends to be in threes, except Thor. Thor gets a fourth film.
And then possibility has you wondering who's going to direct.
That is a good question.
Super Nintendo World photos have surfaced.
Yeah, I think I read something about that. I haven't actually looked myself though.
David Koepp, Koepp, confirmed he's not going to be writing the fifth Indiana Jones film.
I keep forgetting there's. I keep forgetting there's even gonna be a fifth film. Although I imagine some people are trying to forget there was a fourth film.
Well, at least they got. Well, at least they got one more for the like. Well, at least they got one more for the Disney buyout. That's all I can say.
Right.
Here's the here are the inevitable ones. Everfree and Emerald City are both postponing to 2021.
Yep.
The only strange thing is that only one of these two had a rollover, whereas the other one didn't do the same thing as they did when they originally intended to move to August.
Right.
So yeah, turns out I'm getting a refund.
Yeah. I mean, if I had a normal membership, I probably would have just rolled it over, but mine was a sponsor membership, and they're not guaranteed to have the exact same guests next year, so it's like I can always re-get a sponsor membership next year. Besides, I was a bit low on money anyway, so it kind of helped.
Well, as I explained explained off stream when the announcement came, somehow they managed to pull through in the guest list. Although it would also be a little surprising if they actually did manage to recover at least a few.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see.
Oh, and the Oscars are also postponed. So I imagine their list is going to be a lot bigger than usual when they come back.
Yeah. Uh, Man, like local news, Portland's finally beginning to open up. Has finally entered phase one, so I'm actually gonna be working again. So, yay! We'll see how this works out. It's like,
Well,
yeah,
good luck trying to get past the protests.
yeah. Ooh, that. Mm, well, I mean, I'm not exactly downtown, downtown. I have to play it by ear. Yeah, but yeah, because there's reservations for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week, so it's like I'll be working all 3 days.
Jurassic World Dominion on course to be first major movie back underway in the UK with some safety protocols.
Of course. Yeah, it's like AMC tried to do the whole, "Hey, we're gonna open, no, not masks needed," and quickly caught a lot of flack for it. So they had like, "Okay, okay, we get it, masks. We'll require masks."
Yes, Rigo went under fire for that.
Yeah, I, I'm not gonna worry about theaters until there's actually gonna be a movie I'll actually want to watch. So probably nothing this year.
Well, did manage. I did manage to squeeze in Sonic, so my list isn't entirely empty. And I also mentioned previously that albeit via DVD I ended up seeing onwards.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad's ire indicates a certain theatrical indicates theatrical apparently broke the Harley Quinn Joker relationship.
Huh.
So the director's cut may have something different.
Who knows?
Well, here's something a little interesting. Legends of Equestria is apparently looking towards some mining and looking towards adding mining and farming. So, Minecraft, perhaps?
Eh, I did read about that. I'll have to actually get around to playing that at some point. Of course, I need to get around to playing a lot of things.
Ewan McGregor confirmed to be the voice of Jiminy Cricket in the Guillermo del Toro. I've had it. I've heard that several times. Hopefully, I got that right. Basically, his upcoming Pinocchio remake.
Give up, Pinocchio. I have the high ground. Uh, yeah, the prequels weren't that great, but God, there were so many memes.
And they
Uh,
and they at least had some decent talent.
yeah.
On that note, Obi-Wan will the upcoming Obi-Wan series will apparently have the same tech as Mandalorian has.
Okay. Hmm. I was wondering why I was still kind of warm in our room. I forgot to open the window.
Getting back to the whole Regal thing, they're assessing reopenings around July 10th.
Hmm.
This is a little interesting, but a sequel to the documentary of sorts, Search of Darkness, has been announced.
Hmm.
The Flores Lava trailer from Netflix dropped. That's been a major talking point.
Oh, I don't think I got that one.
been a while since I last been a while since I last referenced this. Mostly in relation, it was mostly in relation to my viewings of two of the remakes Disney's been porting out. But the Last of Us 2 has been it. But Last of Us 2 seems to be a major talking point as well.
Yeah, it's spoilers, spoilers everywhere. You haven't really looked into it that much. Like, oh hey, that's a game I may or may not get around to. I haven't played the first one. I don't have the first one, so it's like, eh, it's not really my kind of genre, you know.
New Candyman origin video sequence released.
The what now?
A new origin video sequence based around a based around an '82 film. I have a feeling it's. I have a feeling there's some relevancy to the chaos that's erupted.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever. Pokemon Snap is apparently going to be going to Switch.
Yay! It's like new game. Yes. Took them long enough. Actually, probably could have also worked on the 3DS. Actually, huh? Yeah, definitely could have worked on the 3DS. Like, have the 3DS act as the camera, move it around. Like, missed opportunities.
Using a DS, using a DS styles, using a DS style, adapting DS styles pen and controls to a picture taking game. Interesting.
I mean, I think it's not that much different, and like, say, moving your phone around, like say playing Pokemon Go. It's like just switch to augmented reality for it could probably like use something. You get what I'm saying, right? Not the yeah yeah whatever.
Well, here's something interesting that's come up since the unfortunate announcements regarding MTH from last week. MTH from last week. Apparently, DCS Protosound support is still going to be a thing, with along with the possibility of rebrand.
Huh?
So that's
Mm.
so there's something. So there's something I, as a mall railroad enthusiast, will keep my eye on. Well, Animorphs is now. Well, Animorphs going to be coming back in the spotlight under a live-action movie from Scholastic with direction by Eric Feig.
Oh yeah, I did see a thread about that. Though admittedly, the most into Animorphs I've ever gotten was a speed run during one of the ga- games done quick marathons.
I have a couple interesting comments on that. Given the director's history, it'll be interesting to see if this is his redemption of sorts.
Oh,
Seems he was amongst the Twilight team.
ooh. Well, I mean, I can't really blame him for that because it's like it's Twilight. You have to work with what you're given, you know.
I was kind of I was kind of imagining he would be amongst the people that weren't exactly fond of working on it.
Ah,
So chances are this is gonna. So chances are this is gonna be his chance to redeem himself.
maybe.
Secondly, I'm kind of interested to see what Linkara thinks. He used to read the book. He used to
Yeah.
read the books a lot as a kid.
Oh.
Wonder if I ever checked out the TV show, which I stumbled upon at least once. The first Fox Marvel movie got a Disney Plus. Unfortunately, it's Fan Four Stick.
Ew.
Makes me wonder what else in the library they could have come up either before or after. I have no idea.
Yeah. Can we put that movie back into the Disney Vault, please? Thank you very much. Like I don't know, maybe trade it in for like the 2000s Fantastic Four films. Those are better. Not by a large margin, but still better. I I saw something funny on Facebook. Uh, so we got some Pony Life stuff, like some character bits and the theme song. Not bad. I don't hate it, so you know that's a plus. We'll see what the show's like when we eventually get it at some point.
Yeah, release dates once again are getting a little off track, but it seems Treehouse is still on point.
Yeah, apparently that's tomorrow, so yeah, gonna have to avoid the spoilers.
So first time it's 140. First time in its 140 plus year history, the Belmont is actually going to be the first race in the Triple Crown to be held.
Oh,
I mean, first time in a while. First time in a while. Over time, I mean, first time in a while, because over time the Derby came in, and then the Preakness Stakes. For a while
right,
it was Derby, Preakness, Belmont. Now it's gonna be Belmont. Now Belmont's gonna be taking the lead again.
right.
So, since we're still kind of waiting in the wings for actual Pony Life content to be better commented on, we can go to what we can go to what what I actually had planned for this weekend, which is
You're forgetting something?
only
The
to
weekly list.
oh right.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, the casualty report climbed a bit, but it's gonna. But thankfully, but well, in recent well, it's been still pretty small, but we have we have in home. Godspeed, Bilbo.
Yep. Yeah, when I saw the thing, I was like, wait, that guy looks familiar. Because the first thing I saw of it, it didn't have like the hey, it's Bilbo. It's like, oh, this guy. It's like, huh. But
I'm
yeah,
I'm honestly a little surprised how well he was able to chill French for Skimmer.
yeah,
And also Shoshant Singet Rajput. A little sorry if I pronounce it. A little sorry if I pronounce that wrong, but he's Indian.
right. Don't believe I know who that is.
Yeah, don't think. Yeah, nothing in the filmography that dictates anything, but still,
Yeah,
worth noting. So, with all that out of the way, and since Pony Life is still not exactly in our grasp just yet, we can go to the actual plans I had for this week. Actual plans I had for this weekend, which is thankfully not too far off of a particular date. Celebrating our favorite Orange Tabby's 42nd with the first television special that I ever saw, Babes and Bullets.
Yes, which actually won a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Animated Program 1 hour or less. So yeah, this thing won an award. It's like, ooh. So the special begins with Garfield peeking into a closet and finds a trench coat and fedora. He puts it on. Okay, now the actual meat of the special begins. It transitions to a black and white film noir style thing, and uh, so brain brain's been a bit too quick for the mouth today, so I apologize if I get a bit. The black and white segment and begins with a car driving off a car on windy road, crashes through barrier, falls off cliff. Okay, so we cut to a detective agency, and hold on, let me get a drink. I've just been a bit out of it today. Mm. We have Sam Spade, which is Garfield's fantasy character,
The setup has
and
been parodied to death, though this is the first time we get a close enough. This is the first time I got a close enough representation of the Maltese Falcon character.
yeah, here Spade is well, Spade as in you've spayed the cat, which is a play on Humphrey Bogart's character of Sam Spade, as in the other kind of spade. Yeah. So yeah, Sam just hired a new secretary, makes great coffee, and God, I just watched it like a half hour ago. How am I already forgetting? Okay, an hour ago. And this is why I'm going by the wiki page. Uh, so anyway, business is a bit slow, so he figures he'll head out and uh, I forget. Is this when we find out he's gonna be getting a phone soon? Because I remember that coming up later.
Yeah, business is slow. He decides to get a phone, and is interrupted by his case for the special.
Yeah, as he goes to leave, he finds Tanya Tabby at the door, and she wants him to investigate the death of her husband, Professor Tabby, who just so happens to be the guy that drove off the cliff at the beginning. Yeah, it seems isn't like the death seemed innocent enough, but she suspects murder, as you do in a film noir setting. And Sam gets some info for her case. She's like, "Ooh, I've got it." Blah blah blah. She killed him. But the info he get is like, yeah, no, that doesn't fit. No. I'm gonna have to actually investigate. So first up in the investigation, he visits the morgue And yeah, notes that the victim's shirt and chest had like stains on them. He also finds a strange painted stone. Yeah, interesting.
Also, the coroner is
So,
also the coroner has the same VA as Odie, and
so he does. Yeah, I was never really into Garfield, so eh,
have expected that.
yeah. Sorry about that.
Well, at least I
So
got.
yeah,
Well, at least I got you. Well, at least I chose what people call the golden age, because the Lorenzo music age, because the Lorenzo music Garfield seems to be one of the more praised ones according to word of mouth.
right. And it wasn't horrible. I mean, it's like not bad, you know. Had enough to kind of it kept your interest enough.
Yes.
So yeah, next up he goes to the university where the guy worked and meets up with Professor O'Felix, who is who the guy used to work with. Yeah, it turns out every Friday he would visit a benefactor for the university, and well, Sam thinks like, well, he may have been having an affair with her, but no, the benefactor was old and yeah, his more tea. His only weakness was coffee. Something Sam can relate to. So yeah, Sam gets back to the office and calls up Tanya. He actually asks Kitty what the number is. Like, okay, why didn't I remember that? Like, eh. And he explains the situation to Tanya, and as he's talking about Professor about Felix and basically talking about what he thought was happening, Kitty spilled some coffee on him, and like ah, gonna and well, my brain is just like today.
Yeah, at the to the lab. Quite the reaction.
Yeah, yeah. Well, cleaning up, he realizes that the stone he found was actually just part of a broken coffee mug, and the stains, coffee. And oh, well, he was talking to I forgot a bit. Back when he was talking to Felix, he mentioned that at Tabby had a helper used to make the coffee, fill the and all that stuff, but she recently left. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I was like a Tabby, not a Tabby, a Felix. Why did they both have to be like, oh, whatever? It's like makes it easier to jumble. Yeah, Felix, his coffee just can't compare. You know, she used to make good coffee, and Sam realized that, wait, that helper left recently. I just hired Kitty yesterday. Kitty used to make the coffee. So he thinks it was Kitty that killed him. And he accuses her, but no. Well, she did love Otab. He wasn't into her, and she left because just working in the same place as him was just too much for her. But yeah, and like yeah, she made coffee, and all sorts of other stuff, including filling prescriptions for sleeping pills because he had insomnia. Yeah, and the last place he what, and the last place of Felix what. Oh, Tab. There it is again. The last place Otabi was before he drove off that cliff was at the university with Felix, who he had who who made coffee, and it was Felix. Sorry, I had to double check again before I screwed it up. Felix put the sleeping pills in the coffee, which made him fall asleep at the wheel and drive off the cliff because he was overlooked for a higher position in favor of Otabi. There. Managed to get all the names straight that time. Yay! So yeah, Felix gets arrested, and Tanya visits one last time, and oh yeah, Sam's been trying to, she's been trying to seduce her, but she's not really into him. Then apparently Kitty starts seducing Sam, and then John interrupts, asking Garfield what he's doing in the closet. And yeah, that was a special. Not bad. Like, like I said, it went all in for the black and white film noir style, and it's like it really worked to its benefit.
Yeah, I could never quite figure. I could never quite figure out why they used this, did the same apostrophe type, did the same apostrophe with teeth. Also a couple of sprinkled bits, which, well, had nothing to do with the plot per se, but some of them had relevancies. There was a lieutenant who appeared later during the courtroom scene.
Oh yeah, Lieutenant Washington.
Also, as part of the relationship building between our private inve- private investigator and the private investigator Tanya.
Yeah.
There was a scene at the scene of the accident. They went to a diner. Yeah, he drove a list of Civics.
Yeah.
Also,
I
briefly,
mean, I've listened to suspects.
yeah,
That was a good bit. It's like, but you're on this list. I don't know where I was last Friday. I have no alibi. It's like, well, okay, that was a good bit.
briefly, briefly after that, again, not relevant to the plot, but still kind of an, but still little typical of the, typical of the times. Apparently,
Yeah.
landlords have the, apparently landlords have the capacity to become big and buff.
Oh yeah, the landlord. I forgot about the landlord, but that was mainly because it's like
Like
I
I,
don't believe it's even mentioned in the wiki, and it was like for a one-off joke.
like I said, not relevant to the plot, but typical of the times.
Yeah.
Also, I mentioned this before. Also, I mentioned this before. How I'm usually not a fan of the innocently to proven guilty kind of trope. But here, however, it actually works.
Yeah.
Partially because it's a fantasy, and yeah, my intelligence level was surprisingly higher at a younger age. On that note, they actually did. On that note, they surprisingly did pretty well. Pretty well in because it's only years later that I get the adult jokes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, hmm, like I'm trying to find the right words, but stuff like this and like say Animaniacs were really good at hiding adult jokes in plain sight. You know, where it's like it'll get a giggle out of the kid. They have no idea what it means, but the adults watching, it's like, ooh, yeah, it's like you really have to appreciate those writers.
Yes. Also, theme song's pretty fitting.
Yeah.
One of the strange things is that when Radio Investigates came out, most people were actually connecting her to. Most people were actually thinking Carmen Sandiego somehow predicting the new cartoon, which, well, if you know Carmen Sandiego, originally she was originally she's a master thief, whereas in the Netflix cartoon, she takes a bit more of a heroine.
Hmm. Yeah, God, like I remember playing the old computer games and then watching the game show. God, that music was good.
Go on.
Good times.
But yeah, I didn't quite. But yeah, before the Netflix cartoon came out, I didn't exactly see what they were going for. Instead, thinking thinking of babes and thinking of babes and bullets, and and
Ah,
just and just recently this year, I managed to put together parody intros.
hmm.
Well, parody credits, parody credits on both the intro and outro parts of it.
So in slightly unrelated, and unrelated to it. It's not even slightly. It's just unrelated. Yeah, if you're a gamer, you better get your wallets ready because if I what I read is correct, the Steam Summer Sale will be coming next week. As if I didn't already have enough games as it is. And if you think I'm joking, I recently got a 5 terabyte external hard drive, and pretty much downloaded all of my Steam games onto it that I felt like would actually get around to playing. Of the 5 terabytes, okay, it's more like 4.5 if you really get down into what they actually give you. I have about 1.7 terabytes left.
So now that we're on the subject of personal notes, did you know that Lupin has 3 movies?
Yep.
yeah, I get some yeah, I get some random things in my I get some random things on my Twitter feed. I sometimes look them up and sometimes look them up to see how recent they are. And third one
Well,
was
I mean, you got the movie.
third one was
Yeah, you got the
third one was
movies.
third
Oh,
one was well, the third one was basically last year's news. So
yeah, you got the regular movies. You got the live action stuff, and then you have like two crossover specials with Detective Conan. Okay, one was a special, one was an actual. Was like, oh, this the movie. So it's like, okay,
also finally sorted out my Monday night mother son movie night dilemma by asking her to actually purchase one of the move one of the movies I would one of the movies I would have purchased this at some point during this year anyway. Sonic 2020, and upon looking over the credits again, I'm quite surprised that there were two surprise guests.
oh
Gary Chalk, Gary Chalk, famous within the Sonic community for Grounder from Adventures,
oh,
and even Shannon Chen Kent made an appearance.
ooh,
So yeah, pretty much been on a kick from for most of the week to a point where I actually ended up checking out some episodes of the recent Sonic Boom cartoon. All I can say is it's Adventures, X, and the games rolled into one by being animation from the games, Mike Pollock from the games, and X is Eggman, and it has the tone of Adventures.
right. Also, it's better than the game of the same name,
Good call.
especially after they patched the infinite jump glitch. That was like the one thing that game had going for it.
Which also reminds me of another series I ended up checking out earlier this year, Lazy Town. Can definitely see why it's
Oh,
been getting cold following as of late, especially following the unsuccessful cancer battle.
right.
Also finally got much of the, also finally got a lot of archive stuff in the wings for up. Got much pretty much all the archive stuff in the wings for upload. At least what I think would work as individual uploads. And
Okay.
uncovered some interesting stories behind some.
Hmm.
A lot of which are in the description of the videos per se.
But yeah, the Minecraft server is still a work in progress. I made a bit of work on it, but I was actually working on it earlier today, but I got put away for like an hour. Basically, spent an hour just trying to figure out what to do for dinner. And more time waiting for dinner and then eating dinner. And point is, dinner took up a lot of time today. I was actually hoping to get a bit of testing done on it, but well, didn't exactly go according to plan. Thinking I was supposed to be recording stuff today, and well, I'm only just now kind of waking up. It's been kind of one of the. Okay, it's not been the whole week, just like the latter half of the week. But I am hoping to have some Mario Maker 2 footage for next week.
It'll be interesting to see what you come up with.
I mean, not making levels, just playing them.
Oh.
But I figured that I get first like I can have to have an different audio streamed for the game and stuff. But then I noticed like, well, I mean, you don't have your Minecraft sound on, so like, okay, I can record it, do my commentary for the video for my channel, and when streaming it here, I can just mute the video. It's like, that makes my job easier. Yay! Ooh, I'll also be recording a snack box opening and, trying out the different snacks. It'll be like short videos, but it'll be something. Ooh, and TV news. HBO is making all 9 episodes of Watchmen available for free this weekend. So I guess if you're interested in that, go check it out while you can.
So I wasn't that far off when I originally went here.
Hmm. Yeah, we should probably start wrapping it up soon.
Well, consider consider say it's a good thing that consider say it's a good thing that my colleague has some approval of today's content.
Yeah, like I said, the theme really helped.
And opposite, I still get some enjoyment out of it. So, uh, obviously we will keep our obviously we will keep ours open for fish open to what see how we're going to get Pony Life for next week. As usual, so as per usual until then, stay safe, stay well, and hopefully you'll be enjoying us then.